told the victim was shot multiple times. In fact, you can still see numbers 1, 2, and 3. To get an idea of the power of last night's flash flood, this used to be part of Mark Melvin's front yard. First arrived here about 20 minutes ago. There was a haze of smoke in the air. Firefighters say those flames were about 20 to 30 feet high. She got a phone alert about yesterday's weather, and she got a phone call about what happened to her building. There would be no story if it wasn't for this. A portable DVR he installed in his car that got an audio recording of the suspect's voices. The garage completely collapsed from those winds, as well as these white cinder block walls. A dozen of these flyers advertising the KKK. All of them are in plastic bags weighted down with a marble so they won't be affected by the wind. There are about 9 evidence markers behind me at this store. I'm told the majority of those are for blood stains. 2 of those to the left of the scene are from 2 shell casings. This is what Owen County is most worried about, the weight of the ice causing low-hanging branches, especially near power lines. This scene just became very active in the last 5 minutes. I wanted to show you what we are looking at. We're looking at investigators wearing surgical masks. As police continue to search for the person who was shot, one neighbor was coming home from out of town. It's when he pulled into his driveway that he discovered someone lying on his side steps. The day after Black Friday broke Saturday. Digest the turkey yesterday, digest those credit card bills tomorrow. There's the tape, the troopers, the trucks, and the toys. That's what gets to you, the toys. Yellow Tonkas, red and pink bikes, one with a tire melted by the overnight fire that consumed the innocence of this small rural home.
Hard to believe it. Those little red-headed boys won't be there anymore.
Next door neighbor Clarence Humphrey still processing what he saw this morning. He woke to the sound of sirens, followed by the sight of flames shooting through the Watson family's roof around 2 this morning.
Unbelievable that something like that could happen to a whole family. And everyone just had to stand and watch.
There was nothing he or anyone could do, Humphrey said, to save the mother, Lorraine Watson, and 8 of her 9 kids. Madison, Caitlin, Morgan, Emily, Samuel, Reagan, and 4-year-old twins Mark and Nathaniel. The 9th child, Kylie, and her dad, Chad, the only survivors. They got out, telling first responders there were more inside. Investigators told us 8 of the victims were together in the same room. The 9th found 10 feet away.
We're talking about kids here. That's a bad situation.
It was the type of news that compelled Gary Dukes, who didn't know the family, to show up and pay his respects. The best part about a small community, Dukes says, is its heart.
We're more of a family than we are neighbors.
Today, that heart is heavy, weighted down by the loss of a mother and her children, whom neighbors would normally see running up and down the street as they played with their toys. Covering the news in Muhlenberg County, Adam Yosim, LEX 18 News.
This was the first thing I saw.
When Mako Greer came to pay his respects to his cousin Markeisha Smith, who passed away last week,
I'm touching it, and that's not right.
He couldn't believe what he found.
And I could see part of the vault or the casket. I just knew that something wasn't right.
The family says the Cove Haven Cemetery director told them the grave looked that way because their cousin was a bigger girl, so they had to use a bigger casket.
There's people that's bigger than my cousin that's been buried and probably haven't went through this.
According to Kentucky law, most burials have to be at least 2 feet below the ground. This is 2 feet, and this is not.
Hello?
Hi, this is Adam Yosim. After LEX 18 contacted cemetery officials, the director came to look at the grave. We measured it from the top of the container over here to the ground, and it was just a little over a foot. And when we looked up Kentucky law, it said it has to be at least 2 feet.
Okay. Then we'll make it 2 feet.
We came back a few hours later and found a bigger pile of dirt on Markeisha's grave. Cemetery director Ruth Ann Fields also showed us a grave which was at least 2 feet below ground level. We asked why Markeisha's was different.
I think theirs met specs, but it might have been off a little bit, and because of the size and the shallowness and the rain, it just made, I'm sorry. That's all I can say.
Sure. Mako Greer says the family might have to rebury Markeisha. They don't want other families to have to go through all this.
That's just not the way to consider someone resting in peace.
Covering the news in Lexington, Adam Yosim, LEX 18 News. Once a year, this humble hamlet swells in size. They come for the cue.
3 pounds of pork.
And the battle of red versus blue. After the pork and mutton,
excuse me, just 1 minute,
comes the politicking and mudslinging.
Had to get one last photo of the senator before Kentucky voters retire him in November.
what has become the real meat and potatoes of the fancy farm picnic.
Mitch McConnell, he's been in Washington, D.C. so long, he thinks Duke's in Kentucky and Clover Lick's not.
First, it was Senate candidate Allison Lundergan Grimes using basketball and pop culture
If Mitch McConnell were a TV show, he'd be Mad Men.
to paint Senator Mitch McConnell as out of touch.
Treating women unfairly, stuck in 1968 and ending this season.
This is the place where Republicans tell it like it is.
The Senate Minority Leader only once mentioned his opponent by name, telling the crowd America's real opponent
He's taken more selfies than Flat Stanley.
is in the White House.
Change the Senate and make me the leader of a new majority to take America in a different direction.
Along with Team Mitch and Team Switch
My name is Gil Fulbright.
was Team Rich, a fake candidate with a real purpose, ending corruption in politics.
Some lucky politician out there is gonna sell out the people of Kentucky. Gil Fulbright wants to be that guy.
An assortment of announcements
I will be a candidate for governor in 2015.
and plenty of political theater.
So she flew to LA for a Hollywood bash. She came home in a flash with buckets of cash.
For a crowd that came to watch a snippet of what's expected to be one of the most expensive Senate races in history, and what the MC called the largest crowd in fancy farm history, a political picnic that causes the county size to swell and causes Kentuckians to swell with pride. Covering the news in Graves County, Adam Yosim, LEX 18 News.